Once again, welcome to my channel. 2 relationship advice stories here for you today. One deals with a man who falls in love with a casual partner. The other is about a boyfriend who is insecure with his girlfriend accepting a free drink from a male friend. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This story is titled, Is She 23 Female Interested in a Relationship or Am I Wasting My Time and Energy? I met someone, I'll call her Kay, in September and we shared a similar friend group, so we hung out frequently. We have a decent amount in common and soon we started to hang out one-on-one pretty often. A year or so prior to meeting Kay, I had gotten out of a 5-year relationship and was heavily focused on academics, career, so I wasn't looking for anything, but I enjoyed hanging out. This was also due to the fact that a half-year prior I tried to pursue someone who led me on, and I ignored all advice and red flags and ended up burned. And I didn't want to put myself in that position again. Kay expressed that she wasn't looking for a relationship either, and so we decided to keep it a casual FWB's relationship. Well, dummy me started falling for her pretty quickly the more we began to hang out. But she was acting weird sometimes, not necessarily shady but definitely weird, and eventually admitted to me that she had someone back home who she cared a lot for who wasn't doing well at the time. I believe it may have been her ex, but I never explicitly asked, and she said that she felt she couldn't be emotionally invested and didn't really want to hook up anymore. Obviously I respected her decision, but I was initially taken back because to me, it was like a slap in the face wake-up call that I had gotten myself too emotionally invested in my relationship with Kay and I shouldn't have let it get this far. Especially since I was burned badly last time at my own fault. A close friend and I had a good heart-to-heart, and he agreed I got too attached and I began to attempt to distance myself from Kay. I was moving from the area in a few weeks, so I figured to minimize hanging out and general conversation. I should add, Kay is interesting to me because she doesn't come across as very emotional and kind of dry in texts and, maybe unfairly compared to my ex, or maybe fairly. Sometimes comes across as uninterested and can give half-assed responses. I think it may just be how Kay is though. Anyways, she has kind of been coming across this way to me the past week, yet literally the previous weekend she was talking about visiting me soon and even summer plans. It's like my internal gauge is rapidly flipping from she's interested to she thinks I'm boring to even am I her backup, and of course, emotional me is trying hard to not get too emotionally invested if I feel like she doesn't actually want something. It's honestly draining my energy quickly as I've transitioned to another new location and a new job that's pretty involved, so it's hard to tack this on. I guess I'm just looking for general advice. Would it be best to just straight up ask Kay what she wants? Am I wasting my time even thinking about a potential relationship? Should I just slowly distance myself from her? Comment 1. I think whatever is going on, she's just messing with your head, either purposely or unconsciously. You're obviously trying to turn a casual relationship into a full-fledged one. Now I'm not comparing her to anything of the sort, but there's an old saying, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. It just means that a casual partner does not like you enough to be anything more than that. If you were meant to be together, you would be. You need to move on if you want to find a meaningful relationship. Comment 2. You can always learn something from being in a relationship with someone, anyone, and any kind of relationships. What lessons you take away depend on how you choose to see things. Whether that's a waste depends on whether or not you see this as an investment on yourself. You can choose to just go ahead and ask, and then learn as you go. Or forget about it all, move on, and that's okay too. Comment 3. The secret to good relationships of any flavor is communication. The only way to get answers is to ask the questions. Just ask her, at least then you'll know. Update. I listened to Reddit and I asked her if she had feelings for me, was interested in a relationship. She had a dry reply and sort of deflected the question at first, and I said, I guess that tells me all I need to know. She then sent a long reply about how she started having feelings for me, but also has feelings for her ex, and she felt guilty because her ex still has feelings for her, and things felt complicated at the moment. I told her I figured that was the case. She asked if I was upset and I said I was, and she asked if I would like to talk about it. I said honestly that I would rather not talk about it, but I was upset that she would ask me questions like, if we were near each other would we date, and I told her I wish she was just straight up honest with me about having feelings for her ex. She said something happened Monday and things changed, and she didn't know how she felt about everything. All I responded with was, I didn't deserve this, I honestly don't think I did deserve this, I wish she was honest with me up front, it would have been less painful overall. Fool me twice, shame on me. I haven't responded since, and I have removed her from all social media. Maybe slightly childish, but I think cutting her out straight up will be the best thing for me in the long run, since there is obviously no future between us and I won't be her backup option. Thanks for the advice. Comment 1. Good man. She is obviously not over her ex and she is not that into you. You need to go complete no contact and find someone who is into you. There's nothing left of this relationship that is good for you. All it brings is misery and heartache. Cut that out of your life. Comment 2. This feels a bit like love bombing. At any rate, if she refuses to communicate or even acknowledge her own feelings and wants, she cannot expect you to stay around waiting for her to decide. Expectations are extremely draining and you're very right when you said, you did not deserve this. Comment 3. Things are better for you in the long run, you're right about that. However, you should be careful with how you treat situations like this. Remove yourself from similar situations and try to keep an objective lens so that it can help you remove your emotions, especially when you are communicating. When you messaged her saying, I don't deserve this, what did you mean by that? It seems like that was her problem, so no point in putting it on yourself. Keep your head up, man, her problem, not yours. Sucks she dragged you along, but transparency is key. She didn't provide it and you did not share your feelings until it all bubbled over, I'm assuming. Totally sucks having some unrequited interest though, man. Been there. Try to focus on yourself when you get consumed by all that if you have an anxious attachment style. This story is titled, Boyfriend, 21 male, not wanting me, 21 female, to accept a free drink from my friend who owns a restaurant. Okay sir, I hang out at this cafe a lot. Everyone who goes is basically a regular and we're all really close friends. My boyfriend is one of them. We're also all friends with the owner because he's our age. The cafe is on this little strip of restaurants, and one restaurant just opened last summer. The owner, let's call him Sal, is also our age, and him and the cafe owner, let's call him Jimmy, hit it off. They're best friends now, so Sal comes to the cafe to hang out with everyone. We're all friends now and Sal is super nice. He always hangs with us and we've become friends. We don't hang out with each other outside of the cafe or talk over text or anything, we just exchange pleasantries at the cafe and have some good conversations. Anyways, I'm a sucker for Diet Coke, kind of addicted to the caffeine, and so is he. We made a joke about it or whatever, it's not really an inside joke, but yeah, I always order it when I eat there. Whenever I buy from the shop, he always gives me a Diet Coke for free. My boyfriend has a problem with this and says he'd rather me not accept the free drink because he's flirting with me. He gets upset when I don't pay and drink the drink because it is free. I called my dad, who's been married for 15 years, and he says that he wouldn't care if his wife got offered a free drink from a friend. And that even if Sal is flirting or not, he should trust me, not the other person. I'm wondering thoughts on this. I tend to get myself into toxic relationships without knowing red flags and wanted to know if it was normal. I understand that he is uncomfortable if a guy is flirting, but I wonder if it's too much to want me to have to pay for it when I go to eat there, especially if we're friends. For context, he gives his other friends free stuff, not just me. Thanks guys. Comment 1. Does your boyfriend know that a free Diet Coke costs Sal all of 3 cents? It's pretty common behavior to give regulars at a bar, eating establishment free fountain drinks if they're in there hanging out. If Sal was giving you free pours of Macallan 25 or something, I'd say, okay, that's over the line, but even then would choose to trust you over making a big deal about it. Your boyfriend revealed his true colors, and lucky for you, you're still very young and able to find someone else. So find someone else. Comment 2. As a guy, my girlfriend getting a free Diet Coke from a friend and known acquaintance is something trivial to get upset over. I would sit down and talk with him, and see if there is a deep-rooted issue or hits a soft spot from a previous relationship that ended badly for him. But while you're talking, do pay attention to his reasoning and be alert for any red flags as well. Comment 3. Your boyfriend has some major insecurities if he's worried about someone flirting with you by giving you a free Diet Coke, especially considering he's the store owner. I would hate for your friend to pick up on this, because it's kind of insulting. The boyfriend needs to lighten up on the jealousy stuff. Comment 4. I'd say your dad is right. He gives everyone some free stuff too, right? I won't consider this flirting at all. I mean, I go to this small mini market all the time, I'm one of their regulars, so from time to time, the owner would give me free stuff from a cup of coffee, a bag of peanuts, or masks. Because I'm on a friendly talking term with them, husband-wife. It's not a big deal to do this type of thing. Your boyfriend is feeling insecure. Perhaps talk to him and ask him, why do you think the owner is flirting with you, and tell him that the owner is probably just trying to encourage loyal customers to keep coming to his cafe by doing this. Comment 5. I can understand your boyfriend's concerns and insecurities, but you are definitely not in the wrong for accepting a free drink from a friend. It's not a big deal to your friend. It can also be good business when you're also getting a meal, and the fact that you say he gives his other friends free drinks, not just you. Well, that should be enough for your boyfriend to realize it's most likely not flirting. And like your dad said, even if it was, he should trust you enough for it not to be an issue. Are there other things in your conversation that your boyfriend is concerned about, or only the free Diet Coke? Assuming it's only that, whether or not it's toxic depends on his response beyond preferring you not to accept it. Does he get angry, manipulative, accusing about it? Are there other situations? If not, it's probably not toxic, no. If everything else is good, then your boyfriend probably just needs to mature a bit and become more secure with himself and in the relationship. You may need to help him get there. Thank you so very much for listening. Please check out my other videos and like and subscribe.